Hi guys, it's Chris here from Carmarthen Camera Centre after what's been a pretty grueling day in the studio. Just been doing some portrait shooting and capturing some content with the absolutely amazing new Canon Cinema EOS C50, the one that everyone's been raving about for the past 4 days. An absolutely fantastic camera system in Canon Cinema lineup with a bit of a crossover, a true hybrid in a compact form factor. What an absolutely amazing camera system this is, and a little bit on the features, although it's already been really well documented at this point. But headlines are 7K open gate 12-bit internal raw shooting capability. And for anybody that doesn't know what open gate video is, it's the camera utilizing the entire sensor at a 7K resolution in this case, so that you can resize that video for any of your social media content, your Instagram Square, your stories and your TikToks. An absolute dream for all content creators that need the flexibility in their video in order to post to multiple platforms. But for the cinema guys, it means that you can use widescreen and anamorphic without losing all too much resolution. What an absolutely fantastic feature. What that means for this new sensor in here is a 32 megapixel CMOS sensor, which can shoot up to 40 frames per second when bursting in the stills mode. An absolutely fantastic feature to have there, and tips its hat to the true nature of hybrid camera systems today in 2025. 15 stops of dynamic range is what this sensor is capable of doing, with a dual native ISO capability at both 800 and 6400 ISO. So you get some really clean images out of the camera when shooting at those base ISOs. C-Log 2 and C-Log 3 are a key feature, as well as the Rec 709, which is a really fantastic picture profile for this camera, especially when you put that together with Canon's absolutely fantastic color science. What an absolutely amazing system that gives us. So a little bit more of a deep dive, I suppose, into the video shooting capability of the camera. As I mentioned at the top, 7K at 60 frames per second is the headline. This camera will also shoot 4K at 120 frames per second and 2K at 180 frames per second. So it really does have a lot to offer in terms of flexible frame rates. No IBIS, but it does have a 5-axis digital stabilizer, which I suspect causes a bit of a crop, although I haven't managed to go into that all too much, as I've been in front of the camera and Harry's been the man behind it. But I suspect that does cause a little bit of a crop. I don't think it will be anything quite as drastic as what you see in some other camera models. In terms of the ergonomics, everything that we've come to know and love from the Canon camera system. A wonderful grip on the camera here. It's a really nice, compact, running gunnable sort of form factor, complete with a top handle, which is a super pro looking bit of kit, but has its practical uses, featuring 2 full-size XLR ports now on the side here, and on the other side, if I flip this little cap up here, we have a full preamp for you to be able to mix both of those channels for some absolutely fantastic pro audio. On top, you have a record button and a lock button, or a lock trigger, I should say, just next to that. And if you are using any of Canon's new VCM video lenses, for example, the 24-105 f2.8, you do have a zooming mechanism on here, which is absolutely fantastic for those super smooth sort of, you call them dolly shots, is it, Harry? There we go, dolly shots. We'll go with that. We'll run with that. Other features include a dual SD card slot on the side here. I say SD card slot, one of them is a CF Express Type B, the other one is SD, and that's a UHS 2 card slot. So we've come to expect that, but the absolutely fantastic usability of the camera means that you can shoot the 7K 60 frames per second, 12-bit RAW, straight to the card, which is absolutely fantastic there. Fully articulating screen, and it's decent. You know, I'm never a huge fan of these sort of tilty flippy screens in terms of their overall resolution, and this is no different. It doesn't have a viewfinder as mentioned, so you are probably going to want to put some type of monitor on the top of the camera here, just so that you can get a real good idea of your picture. Okay, guys, the battery is the LP-E6P, which is now Canon's new front runner. And then going over to the other side here, HDMI, mics, headphones, camera control, and a USB Type-C, as well as now a time code port. Okay, guys, so mixing this with cameras such as the C70 and the C80, as well as some of Canon's bigger and way more serious cinema lineup, is an absolute option. I can see this being a B cam or a C cam in most rigs. But listen, guys, that brings us to an end of this video and my time with the C50. It's a real gutter because this is a hell of a camera system. I absolutely love it. To be honest with you, it's a serious contender for the kit bag to accompany my daily stills camera. But listen, if you would like any further information on this camera system, you can find all of that live and kicking on our website, www.carmarthencameras.com, where you can also pre-order the camera. I believe this has a retail price of £3,299 at launch, and as I say, is now ready and available for pre-ordering. If you're watching this on YouTube, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think of the all-new C50 camera system. We would love to hear from you. Guys, I'm Krish. We'll see you next time.